Good morning. I want to thank Dr. Nadeem Perez and Iqbal Alami for inviting me to talk to you about the need for a multi-country clinical trial in the Middle Eastern countries with the focus on cancer. It is truly an honor to be speaking to you today. Cancer ranks as a leading cause of death and an important barrier to increasing life expectancy in every country of the world. According to estimates from the World Health Organization in 2019, cancer is the first or second leading cause of death before the age of 70 years in 112 out of 183 countries, and ranks third or fourth in a further 23 countries. Here you see in this figure by World Health Organization the countries that are shown in dark and light blue. These are the countries where cancer ranks as number 1 and number 2 causes of death. Countries shown by the light and dark red colors are the countries where cancer is ranked between third and fourth, and frequently leading causes of death, respectively. If we just focus on the Middle Eastern countries, you'll find that cancer is the second leading cause of death, for example, in Oman, between third and fourth in Saudi Arabia, and between fifth and ninth, Yemen and Iraq, for example. The Global County estimates that there were 19.3 million new cases of cancer and almost 10 million deaths from cancer in 2020. The disease is an important cause of morbidity and mortality in every world region, and irrespective of the level of human development. The incidence is projected to go to 28.4 million in 2024, which is a 47%, and a death of 16.3 million, which is a whopping 63% increase. This plot shows that between 2020 and 2040, the cancer burden is predicted to go up by 95% in Yemen, by 56% in Oman, Iran, and Jordan, and by 32% in very high HDI index countries, so for example, Saudi Arabia and Turkey. So cancer affects us all. At least 1 in 3 of us will be diagnosed with some type of cancer during our lifetime. It especially affects us when one of our children gets affected by it. It is it touches us when it's home. Every day we may be losing the battle, but as the video shows, the determination is that we will win this war. So how can we do it? Well, there is not one magic bullet that will answer this problem. There are a multitude of initiatives that will need to be undertaken to address this high volume of cancer. And our focus is now, for today, is the Middle Eastern countries. So one idea would be for a group of professionals to research and identify the gaps and recommend initiatives that will reduce mortality. I'll not be surprised if such a study will recommend the need to initiate a more effective clinical trial as one of the solutions to the problem. And why is that? Because clinical trials play a pivotal role in advancing medical research and improving healthcare. They are critical for testing new treatments, interventions, and medical technologies before they can be approved and made available to the general public. Let me give you some examples of studies to highlight this point. This study of stereotactic body addition therapy for inoperable early stage lung cancer represents a paradigm shift of how we treat lung cancer today. This study was published in 2010. This was a stool North American multi-center study of patients aged 18 years or older with bioequivalent peripheral T1, T2, and 0 and 0 non-small cell tumors measuring metastatic diameter and medical conditions including certain figures. The prescription dose was 18 grams per fraction times 3 fractions for a total dose of 54, with entire treatment lasting between 1.5 and 2 days. This is not study by Bob Timmerman and his team. They concluded that patients with inoperable non-small cell lung cancer who received stereotactic body radiation therapy had a survival rate of 55.8% at 3 years, high rate of local tumor control, and moderate treatment-related morbidity. It's been 13 years since this study was published. Now, stereotactic body radiotherapy with SBRT treatment of lung cancer has become a fairly standard of care at most of the centers globally. This is a practice-changing study. This intergroup RTOG 9111 study evaluated the contribution of chemotherapy, added radiation therapy for lung radiation. The 10-year results show that induction of cisplatin chlorinurus followed by radiation therapy and concomitant cisplatin RT showed similar efficacy, but the composite endpoint of laryngectomy-free survival, local regional control, and laryngeal radiation were significantly improved with concomitant cisplatin and RT compared to the induction arm of RT alone. So this is another practice-changing study. This slide shows an example of a phase 3 randomized study of nivolumab plus ABD, where ABD stands for 3 chemotherapy drugs: adriamycin, vinblastine, and dacarbazine, versus brentuximab vedotin plus ABD in patients with ages greater than or equal to 12 years with newly diagnosed advanced stage cluster Hutchinson lymphoma. This study found that NABD improved progression-free survival compared to BV-ABD as initial treatment of advanced stage cluster Hutchinson lymphoma. So NABD is poised to be the new standard for treatment of advanced cluster Hutchinson lymphoma. These are all examples of how clinical trials help us to advance the management of cancer patients with better outcomes. Then there are serious institutions with phase 3 studies that are crying out for validation on a large scale setting, such as a pragmatic trial that can be practiced in study, particularly in low and middle income countries. Here you see a study that was conducted in India As you know, the regimens approved for the treatment of advanced head and neck squamous cell carcinoma are accessible to only 1 to 3% of patients in low and middle income countries because of their cost. So the authors performed this study to assess whether the addition of low-dose nivolumab to triple metronomic chemotherapy will increase the overall survival. And this is going to look at low-dose immunotherapy in head and neck cancer. This was a randomized phase 3 single institution superiority study. The triple metronomic chemotherapy consists of oral methotrexate once a week, celecoxib twice daily, and erlotinib once daily. One arm of the study was triple metronomic chemotherapy, and the other arm was triple metronomic chemotherapy plus low dose of intravenous nivolumab once every 3 days. What they found was that the addition of low-dose nivolumab to metronomic chemotherapy improved the overall survival and is an alternative standard of care for those who cannot access the full dose checkpoint inhibitors. You can see from this graph that the endpoint was 1 year of survival, and with the experimental arm, the overall survival was 2.4% versus 16.3%, and the median overall survival was 10.1 versus 6 months. And the rate of grade 3 and above advancement was 50% versus 46.1%. So this is a remarkable study and can really become a practice-changing study if this study can be validated in multi-country setting, and particularly for the low and the low income. Another thing that the state trial that needs to be validated in a multi-country or multi-institutional setting is a trial performed by the authors in India. And the purpose was to compare the efficacy and toxicity of neoadjuvant chemotherapy followed by radical surgery versus standard cisplatin-based chemoradiation in patients with locally advanced squamous cell carcinoma. And they concluded that cisplatin-based concomitant chemoradiation resulted in superior disease-free survival compared with neoadjuvant chemotherapy, followed by radical surgery in locally advanced cervical cancer. So you can see that, once validated, these studies will become practice-changing studies, and particularly on the low and middle income population. So why are we talking about the focus of this work to perform a multi-country clinical trial? A multi-country clinical trial is an important initiative in addressing cancer volume because it has significant potential to address various cancer-related challenges or unmet needs in the Middle Eastern countries. These trials offer unique advantages that can contribute to improving cancer care, research, and outcomes in the region. So what is a multi-country clinical trial? A multi-country clinical trial, also known as an international clinical trial or global clinical trial, is a research study that involves collaboration among multiple countries to investigate the safety, efficacy, and effectiveness of the medical intervention, treatment, or therapeutic approach. When applied to cancer research, a multi-country clinical trial may investigate various aspects of cancer, for example, treatment efficacy, where one can compare the effectiveness of different treatment regimens, therapies, or drugs in that population, or looking at diagnostic tactics, evaluating the accuracy and reliability of diagnostic treatments and techniques for cancer detection across various ethnicities and healthcare settings. or maybe looking at risk countries where one explores lifestyle, genetic and environmental factors contributing to cancer risk and progression. Or maybe looking at health outcomes, where one assesses patient outcomes, survival rates, and quality of life after treatment in different conditions. So why is a multi-country clinical trial important? In the next 10 to 12 slides, I'll try to lay some perspectives of why that is the case. Diverse patient populations. The Middle Eastern countries are home to diverse patient populations with variations in genetics, lifestyle, healthcare system, and environmental factors. This diversity offers a unique opportunity to study different types of cancers and their underlying causes. Enhance generalizability. Diverse patient populations enable a better understanding of how different ethnic, genetic, and environmental factors impact cancer progression, treatment response, and outcomes. Findings are more likely to be more generalized and applicable to the diverse population in the Middle Eastern countries, thereby enhance the generalizability of results. Larger sample sizes and statistical power. Collaborating across multiple countries allows for a larger patient cohorts, increasing the statistical power of studies and the ability to detect meaningful treatment effects, even for rare cancers. Accelerated recruitment. Recruitment and enrollment of participants can be faster due to a wider pool of potential patients. This can expedite research timelines and reducing delays in bringing the treatment to patients. Shared resources. Resources such as expertise, infrastructure, and funding can be moved, reducing individual country burdens and facilitating more comprehensive research. Comparative analysis. Multi-country clinical trials facilitate comparison of different treatment approaches, therapies, and interventions. It also facilitates differences in treatment responses and outcomes across countries that can provide insight into the impact of varying healthcare practices and resources. Identification of unique risk factors. Collaborative trials can reveal shared and unique risk factors for cancer in the Middle Eastern countries, guiding targeted preventive strategies and lifestyle interventions. Standardization of care. Multi-country trials can establish standardized treatment protocols and guidelines that are relevant to the region's diverse patient population. Addressing health disparities. Multi-country trials can shed light on health disparities in cancer outcomes among different regions and communities within the Middle Eastern countries, driving efforts to reduce these disparities. Sharing best practices and knowledge exchange. Collaboration fosters knowledge sharing among researchers, clinicians, and healthcare, promoting the adoption of best practices for cancer care and research. Public awareness and education. The involvement of multiple countries in a clinical trial can raise awareness about cancer research, encouraging public engagement and education on cancer prevention and treatment. Capacity building training. This is a very important thing, and multi-country clinical trials can really count capacity building. So collaborative trials provide opportunities for training researchers, healthcare professionals, and technicians, strengthening research capabilities and clinical expertise across regions. And there are examples of this. One of the group known as Global Therapeutic, they have initiated a multi-country clinical trial in Africa. This initiative they call it hyperactive. They're, the first clinical trial that they are doing is mirroring chip trial performed in Europe. And this is a multi-center feasibility study to examine the feasibility of applying moderate hyperfractionated radiation therapy for localized prostate cancer in Africans. There are 4 countries that will participate in this study. They are Tanzania, Nigeria, South Africa, and Sudan. And as I understand, this trial is coming along very well. Global health impact. So successful multi-country trials in many Eastern countries and contribute valuable data to global cancer research and risk drivers, enriching the understanding of cancer on a global scale. But then there are challenges of starting a multi-country trial. And I'll show some of the challenges in the next few slides. Challenges include regulatory and ethical considerations. So navigating diverse regulatory requirements and ethical guidelines across countries can be quite complex. There are logistical issues, coordinating data levels, sample storage, and adherence to protocol across different time zones and languages can be challenging. There are cultural considerations, understanding cultural differences, and ensuring consistent patient communication is essential to maintain ethical standards. Data harmonization, ensuring data consistency and standardization across different healthcare systems and settings is crucial for valid comparisons. Logistical costs. Managing logistical aspects such as transportation, purification, and protocol adherence can be resource intensive. And then there's political and economic, and we know how they can impact the political stability. So the political instability, economic disparities, and varying public infrastructure can impact the feasibility and success of multi-country trials. We have to overcome these challenges that exist in initiating a multi-country clinical trial. This is because overcoming these challenges in clinical trials today can lead to breakthroughs that will benefit patients tomorrow. So when I tried to look up whether any multi-country clinical trial exists in the Eastern countries, I really did not find any. It's possible that I made a mistake. So it's really time for the change and embrace the initiation of multi-country clinical trials. President Barack Obama said, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we have been waiting for. We are the change that we see. So in conclusion, multi-country clinical trials have immense potential to address cancer-related challenges in the Middle Eastern countries through collaboration, knowledge exchange, resource pooling, and the generation of robust evidence. These trials can drive improvements in cancer prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and patient outcomes across a diverse landscape of the region. So if you want to start a multi-country clinical trial in the Middle Eastern countries, so there are different things that you can do, and I have highlighted some here. For example, we can trial registries, explore international clinical trial registries such as clinicaltrials.com. The link is given here, or the World Health Organization International Clinical Trial Registry platform. The link is there. You can search for trials, medication, intervention types of radiation therapy, and other criteria. Local cancer research centers. You can visit the website of common cancer research centers and hospitals in the Eastern countries. They often provide information about ongoing clinical trials. Additionally, you can contact them directly for the latest updates. National health authorities. Check with the National Health Authorities or Cancer Institutes of specific Eastern countries. They may have database or information about clinical trials conducted in the region. Collaborative networks explore international collaborative network in oncology research, such as regional cancer consortia or research groups. They may have information on the clinical trials activities. Research publications. Look for recent research publications, conference proceedings, or medical journals that may provide insight into ongoing or completed clinical trials related to radiation therapy in the case. And last but not least, patient advocacy. Cancer patient advocacy groups in the Middle East may have information on clinical trials. Contacting them in these groups or checking their websites can be very helpful. Some of the key considerations such trial design is inclusion criteria tailored to the Middle Eastern composition, stratification of participants based on cultural and genetic factors, adapting treatment protocols to local medical practices, identifying funding resources for large-scale trials, allocating resources for participant recruitment and retention, overcoming financial challenges and in resource-limited settings, for patient recruitment and retention, strategies for engaging participants from diverse backgrounds, addressing cultural misconceptions about clinical trials, providing accessible healthcare services during and after the trial, for data collection and analysis, utilizing electronic health records and data management, statistical methods for accounting population measures needed, collaborative data sharing, and analysis of borders, collaborative partnerships, involvement of global healthcare institutions, collaboration with international research organizations, establishing a unified research network in the Middle East. So if we look ahead into the future, collaborative clinical trials among the Middle Eastern countries is essential to reshaping tomorrow and beating cancer. The Riyadh African program that says that if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. Thank you very much.